Hello people, I am Jaby KOAY, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
Hi guys.
We are looking at the teaser for SINDHUBAADH starring Vijay Sethupathi as well as Anjali. This is a Yuvan Shankar Raja musical and it's directed by S.U. Arun Kumar. Let's check this out. Here we go.
இங்க எல்லார் வாழ்க்கையில பிரச்சனை வருது சகஜம்தான். பிரச்சனையை பார்த்து பயந்து ஓடி ஒளிஞ்சா அது துரத்தும் நம்ம ஓடணும்.
இது மொத்தமும் என் ஊரு.
Thailand?
அதே நம்ம திரும்பி நின்னு முறைச்சா
Maybe not.
இவ்வளவு நேரம் இவனதான துரத்தணுங்கிற வெக்கமே இல்லாம அது தலை தெறிக்க ஓடும். நம்ம ஓடணுமா இல்ல அதை ஓட விடணுமா?
Oh. Wow. Well, as per usual with the South Indian trailers, I have no idea what's going on,
Yeah.
but it looks quite exciting.
It does.
You know, it's one of those things
Yeah.
where you don't really understand what's happening until you get to the movie. You're like, oh, that's what all those things meant. I mean, it looks very exciting, and it's just hard to speak about it because I don't exactly know what the story is. Vijay Sethupathi is awesome, as we all know.
I know. I just heard his voice at the beginning and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Got me a little excited.
It's interesting because I didn't initially see him as this action hero, but that's who he is here. I don't mind that. I'm just saying, like, initially when I first learned of him, when I first saw him in a movie, I forgot what it was called, Vikram Vedha or something? I forget which movie it was we watched him in, where he was supposedly the villain, but not really. He didn't strike me as the hero type, but here that's exactly who he is. He's the leading man with the lady and all that stuff, and he's kicking some butt. I think it could work. Of course, I'm gonna hold out my opinion on that fully until I watch the movie, but I like him a lot, and I've said nothing but positive things about him in the past, so I'm looking forward to this movie just for him alone.
This is certainly an electrifying teaser, like they say in the description, right? And it's a good tease. You're like, okay, cool. I'm getting this sense of
Such an
really
interesting word, electrifying.
Right, yeah, but it is, you know, it's like it's got some pizzazz and, you know, I love all of these shots of these beautiful vistas.
Yeah.
And then you've got those cool kind of gritty city shots. I get the sense that it is some sort of gangster situation. And I thought for a second that I saw something that looked like it was Thai writing. That's why I was all like, oh, is it in Thailand?
Maybe a bit of it takes place in Thailand.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, if maybe it's shot in a couple different locations, like some in India, some in Thailand, or maybe I just misread the writing.
The way they designed this villain feels very much like a real dude that you'd see in the streets. Him and his henchmen, even in this shot alone, these people are for real. He's got the chest tattoo that's kind of not the nicest looking. He's got the jewelry and the like he looks like someone you would find in the streets, even down to the haircut and everything.
And he's got the eagle on his chest as well, right? And then the necklace, which is also an eagle. So it's some sort of like maybe gang emblem or family crest.
I would
right?
think a gang emblem, like they're the Eagles.
Yeah.
Almost like West Side Story, you know? The Jets and the Sharks. There are a lot of guys who look like they would be from either Thailand or Northeast India. In this ring right here, it's very well could be partially taking place in Thailand, and Thailand's fairly close to India. I really like the look of the villain. I just want to emphasize that one more time. I think that his appearance is one of those things where it feels so close to reality to me. I mean, I feel like you'd find that kind of person in Los Angeles, especially in the 90s. That look is a very 90s gangster Los Angeles look. Like, it's very chill. He's not wearing pimpin' outfit. He's wearing comfortable gear because he doesn't need to wear the nicest shit. He's dressing how he feels like dressing. His reputation precedes him at all times. That's how it goes, right? The hair, that mullet, man. That's intense. That's scary. I see that. I'm walking in the other direction already. And these guys next to him that are flanking him, they got that mean, like, they smell shit look on their face. You know? I mean that in a serious way. They look dangerous. There's that one shot where the motorcycle's going over the guy rolling. That is freaky deaky, I gotta say. One of the things that always kind of petrifies me about stunts in Indian cinema is when it looks real, it's real. When it looks real in the States, I usually just chuck that up to good visual effects.
Right.
When it looks real in India, for some reason, my assumption is that's probably real. Same as with Hong Kong cinema or Thai cinema. Like, when it looks real, it's probably real.
They were crazy enough to do that.
I'm pretty good about discerning when something is visual effects, and that didn't look like visual effects to me. That looked like The reason why they slowed it down to the point that it had this kind of strobe effect is because they shot it in real time at 24 frames per second. They didn't shoot it in slow-mo, so they slowed it down for you so you could see this shit is real, yo. They wanted you to appreciate the danger that the stunt people went through here.
Well, actually, at that point, because you paused it, it is actually in Thailand. There's a Thai flag in the background right before he jumps over, and then there is a sign which says "ก๋วยเตี๋ยวเรือ," which is one of my favorite foods. It's a Thai boat noodle. So I caught it in a split second. So yeah, it is taking place in at least one other Asian location, which is interesting. Maybe it's some sort of like international gang war.
I'm really fixated on this motorcycle stunt bit because I wonder if it's at all an optical illusion where the guy's actually closer to camera or the motorcycle's actually closer to camera. It looks as though they are at the same plane. I don't know. Maybe it is a visual effect because the camera's not moving. So it could have been slapped together in post where like they put him there and then they just merge the two images. They shoot them separately. You get a clean plate of just the background. Hopefully the clouds don't move too much. Quickly get the guy in there rolling around. He's under the line of this house. So he's actually safe. It's the motorcycle guy that has to like move quickly. So get a clean plate of the clouds, get the motorcycle jumping over, then throw that guy in there, and then you merge the two in post, and you don't actually risk the guy's life. What's freaking me out is how close the rear wheel is to his body before it goes black.
Yeah, that looks super risky.
But it's cool. Like, those kinds of stunts make these movies more exciting. That was the major draw for me with Shivai, was seeing how Ajay Devgan was just kind of putting his life in danger, jumping from one car to another. And there were stunts like that in the movie, but there was also a lot of spectacular visual effects. Well, that's exciting that they're shooting in Thailand as well.
Yeah.
You know, that it's an international thing.
I'm just wondering how that's all going to come together in the story, but I'm sure it'll maybe become a little bit more apparent in the full trailer since this is just the teaser to it. We definitely have a taste of what this movie is about. Just the quality of the shooting style as well. It looks really nice.
Looking over the teaser one more time, what is apparent is that you have this Thai mafia who's potentially a drug lord person, and that I think Vijay Sethupathi's woman was kidnapped because they showed her behind this wall thing. I mean, it's hard to say who's the main villain, whether it's the Thai mafia guy or the Indian fellow with the glasses and the mullet haircut. Obviously, both are on the opposition from Vijay Sethupathi, right? Ideally, Vijay Sethupathi takes them both out. I don't know. In terms of just like the focal antagonist in the film, it's the guy with the mullet. Who knows what the relationship is here between these two?
Right.
But what is clear is that his woman gets kidnapped. Not only is there an element of rescue involved, of saving the Betty in distress, but revenge, payback for even thinking. How dare you take Vijay Sethupathi's woman? How dare you even consider such an insane notion? Why would you? Why would you do that?
No. Because he's got a particular set of skills.
Oh, yes.
And he's not afraid to use them.
My only apprehension at this point is how the fight scenes are going to look. Because obviously you have these exciting locations, these exciting, you know, sweeping shots over in, like you said, vistas earlier. It's just, there's some beautiful scenery here. It's definitely an exciting adventure that Vijay Sethupathi is going to go on to rescue his woman. We're going to see the love story develop a little bit, maybe in flashback, maybe in chronological order, who knows, but the point is that he's got to rescue her and defeat the nemesis. That being said, like, the apprehension I have, or the concern I have rather, is how the fight scenes are going to turn out, because just from the trailer, it feels like it's going to be chop, 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 and you won't be able to appreciate the work that went into it as much because of the way it was shot and edited. But outside of that, I have positive feelings towards this teaser, but I look forward to seeing a trailer. And of course the film. So you guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to check out ACHARA KIRK. She's on the social media. Jaby KOAY's there too, if you feel like following him. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out our other reactions, reviews, and short films, interviews, vlogs. I'm Jaby KOAY. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.